Juranovic.
Okay, yeah, I said, so he's been given permission to travel, and I think he's got to do a medical with Union Berlin, so I assume if all that goes well, then yeah, he'll move.
And if he does go, and it's confirmed, how should he be viewed as a Celtic player?
Look, I think he's been fantastic. I mean, I've loved working with Josip. He's been a real popular member in the dressing room. He was a key contributor last year to what was a very, very important season for us, you know, in the context of, you know, what had happened the year before and the fact that we had to rebuild the team and try and get back to where we wanted to be. And in terms of champions, he was a, you know, key component of that. But, you know, with all the lads, I mean, I'm constantly sort of in dialogue with them about themselves and their careers. And, you know, people have to appreciate that Josip's, you know, 28, but he hasn't really got to the highest level till late in his career, you know. And, you know, I think he just wants to maximise his opportunities. And to be honest, I agree with him. I think he needs to. That's what all of us have in our careers, a limited time, and we want to take opportunities. And I think he leaves here as a fantastic player, somebody who contributed to, like I said, a really important season to us. And I certainly wish him well. You know, I hope he goes over there and kills it. He's, you know, like I said, he's very well respected within our dressing room, very well liked. Will be missed, but you know, as I said before, that's the nature of football. Yeah, look, I said, you know, at the AGM that we've just got to be really, you know, agile and aggressive in the transfer market if we want to make the gains we want to make. And you know, I get that it's unsettling and disconcerting, particularly for our supporters, because they love these players, and you know, I totally understand that, you know, and but my role is to try and make decisions that I think, you know, are best for us and our continued growth as a football team, and realising that, you know, when opportunity comes along, we have to be ready to take it, and yeah, that's what we've done, you know, with Josip. As he said, you know, I don't think there needs to be sort of winners and losers out of this. I think I'm certainly, I can't question Josip's contribution to us. He's been fantastic. I think Josip's absolutely loved his time here. We'll remember it, I know, fondly, and he gets an opportunity to do further things in his career and for his family. Yeah, we're working on things. As I said yesterday, there's progress on incomings and outgoings, but nothing confirmed yet, but we're working on things. I mean, he had that little niggly train yesterday, but it's fair to say there's a fair bit going on with him in the background as well. And, you know, my view is that it's not just about the physical, but it's about the mental too. And I had a good chat to him. And, you know, I think, you know, until he's sort of, there's some clarity about sort of what's happening with him, I think, as well as the physical stuff, I just thought it was better off to leave him out today. Yeah, if Alistair, you know, outperforms, you know, what Josip did, he set a high bar, but it's not just Alistair. It's, you know, I think the world of Anthony Ralston. He's still a young man. You know, unfortunately he's been injured lately, but you know, he's another one. You know, when I put the team together 18 months ago, I kind of knew that there had to be a smattering of different age groups within their different experience, and the guys like Josip and Jacko to a certain extent, you know, we needed some men in the building, you know, apart from the obvious, like, you know, Joe Hart and a couple of others. But, you know, so guys like that, you know, really fulfilled what we needed to do to get back to where we wanted to be in a short space of time. But, you know, underpinning that is, like I said, there's guys like Tony who's, you know, 22, 23, and I think's got a fantastic career ahead of him as a fullback for us. So, and Alistair's, you know, 24. So, you know, with both of them there, it gives us an opportunity, like I said, for growth and improvement. But like I said, you know, Josip set the bar high, so there's the challenge for these guys now.
Josip Juranovic has left the building, and is it just me, or did he look really sad actually walking to the airport? That's it, he's gone. It was good to see that he went in and spoke to the players, obviously, before the game yesterday, and wished them all well. And David Turnbull was saying that he will be missed in the dressing room. The manager spoke well of the player, and he spoke about the reasons for him leaving and wanting to just try himself. It is a short career that football players have, and he did say, the manager did reiterate the fact that he did say at the AGM, don't get too attached for the players because it's all part of the journey and it's all what he's got planned for the club. which is great to see. So in other Celtic news, obviously the 2.5 million deal for the South Korean striker O is picking up pace, and it looks like he will be in Glasgow tomorrow to complete his medical. The manager did also say there that Big Gio is he's not mentally right. He's got things going on in the background, and until we get that tied up one way or the other, which to me suggests that he's not too keen on moving to Japan. So will he still be at Celtic at the end of the transfer window, or will another team come in for him? Look at David Turnbull and what he was saying about Juranovic leaving. He said it was an emotional message, sort of talking to the players yesterday. He was quite emotional leaving. I think it's going to be one of those cases that, again, when a player leaves Celtic and they go to another club and it's just not got the same fan base or the same enthusiasm for players like we do at Celtic. David Turnbull did admit that life in the dressing room will be a bit duller after the departure of Joseph Juranovic. And anyway, looking at some news coming out of Australia, looking at keepup.com.au, Ange Postecoglou has hailed Aaron Mooy's exceptional post-World Cup form, whilst the modest midfielder shrugged off his man of the match display in the Scottish Cup against Greenock Morton yesterday. After a slow start to his Parkhead career, Mooy continues to improve seemingly with every match, and Postecoglou was left absolutely, I mean, the international player, he's come on leaps and bounds. Everyone thought he was just going to be a squad player when he came in, but I've got to admit, Aaron Mooy has grabbed his chance with he's taking the bull by the horns, as they say, and he's in there. And the fact that he's going to be our new penalty taker after the departure of Joseph Juranovic, he's not a bad penalty taker at that. Anyway, it depends how many penalties that Celtic will actually get. Talking about that penalty yesterday, it was a bit of embarrassment. Everyone in the pub actually said it wasn't a penalty. You know, there's no way that he could have got out the way for that. His arm was by his side, and that's them basically saying that it's going to level it up. It's going to be, you know, that's us getting our fair share of VAR decisions. So on that note, let's jump over to the comments section and we'll do the comments from the video from the Celtic 5 Morton full-time reaction video yesterday. Den264 says, welcome to the channel, Den264. I've never seen your comment before. I told my wife that immigrating to Florida would be better than Hamilton in Canada. The sun hasn't shone here since late November. Even Fort William has seen better. Wow, you must be sick. Well, I just fair play to you for staying there, but the fact that it's just that constant darkness gives me the fear. And as you can see, the sun, if I was to have the blind up like this, I'd get totally blinded by the sun every day. Anyway, next one, enjoy your beer. Studs Lanigan says, almost like a wee walk round the Gallagate. Almost. That was the start of the video where I showed you the 3 pubs where Paddy's Point is. Borders Boy, look at that. T-shirts wandering about in the sunshine, a street full of Irish bar. Celtic domination, superb. And then Johnny Boy says, that'll be us in 4 months' time. And Glasgow, May Sunshine is celebrating another treble, hopefully. And I hope we do celebrate another treble. And yeah, it's good living in the sunshine, I've got to say. Brown Warrior says, Rodgers' side had little or no competition comparing apples with oranges. Yeah, well, the Sevco were back in the league then when Rodgers came to the club. They've never had the money. They brought in Gerrard to try and combat Rodgers, but it didn't really work, did it? So anyway, Paul Baird says, hail, hail. So on that note, I hope you have a great Sunday, Celtic fans all around the world, wherever you are. Make sure that you give the video a big thumbs up, and I shall see you on the next video.
Lit. Roll up to the party, roll up to the party, roll up to the party, roll up to the